Joining us now is Citizens United President and Trump 2020 Senior Advisor, David Bossie. David also served as Trump's Deputy Communications Director back in 2016. David, great to have you with us today. There is a consensus. There is a consensus, you may have heard, among Democrats in most of the media that this convention, this past week, the Democrats' convention, was very well run. It went smoothly, and that Biden's closing speech was very good, maybe even great. The president was on with Steve Hilton. The interview is going to air later tonight, but we got some clips from it. Even President Trump admitted in that interview it was a pretty, I don't want to misquote him, I believe his words were, it was a pretty decent speech.
Well, when you have all the time in the world to practice a speech hiding in your basement, you can deliver a speech one time. It's not that difficult. Look, Joe Biden's convention was from my vantage point, it was a little bit low key. It's very hard without people, and that's just regardless of which side you're on. It's very hard without that energy that comes with a convention. So you give them a little bit of a break. But this week, compared to last week, is all about our positive agenda for the American people and what we will be doing in the next 4 years, what our Trump administration for the next 4 years means to the American people, whether it's higher taxes or lower taxes, whether it is open borders or border security, whether it's law and order or anarchy in the streets. These are big issues that we're going to be talking about this week, and making sure the American people understand the difference between last week's convention and what President Trump and Vice President Pence will be promising the American people that they will do for 4 more years.
How worried are you about the fact, now we don't have polling on this yet, seeing how we don't have Fox News polling yet on how the American people responded to that, but we will have it later this week. But we do know that they brought in $70 million in those 4 days, and we also know that they brought in over 100 million viewers on TV and online. How worried are you about that?
I'm not worried at all. But President Trump is absolutely in a position that where we are going to run the next 10-week campaign just like we did in 2016. It is going to be high energy, and it is going to be about volume. It's going to be about him, the president and the vice president, talking to the American people every single day and making sure those issues I just talked about are what the American people understand when they're voting. What does America look like in 10 years from now? Is it a socialist nation under Joe Biden and his Democrat cronies? And by the way, the party of John F. Kennedy is dead. The party of my parents and grandparents, I was the first registered Republican in my family. That party is dead. It is now the party of Bernie Sanders and AOC. Let's just be honest about it. So they have a hard road ahead, because we're going to be talking straight to the American people about their bread and butter issues and about what they believe are the most important things, law and order and their paychecks, opening up the country, not closing it down. What Joe Biden said during that speech of, I will close the country down again, that's not what the American people want.
So you guys do definitely have the home game advantage here, right? I mean, the president already has the power of the advantage of the incumbency. It's well known. He's going to give his acceptance speech from the White House. But something else you have going for you is that you get to go second, meaning the Democrats have already done kind of the tester here. Have you picked up any tips from them, things you want to do or not do?
You know what? It's a great point. Going second in this atmosphere where there are virtual conventions, it did give you an opportunity. And I think the Democrats changed their, giving them credit, they changed their programming each night to make it better. And we watched the same thing. What works, what doesn't work. And I think that the team that the campaign has put together is just doing a tremendous job. And it's going to be an exciting convention and an exciting convention next week. And I'm excited to be here in Charlotte to help participate in officially renominating the president here on Monday.
Well, we wish you luck with that. We will all, of course, be watching. David, thanks for your time today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.